swish and swipe. I'm swishing, I'm swiping, but you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. I really dig it, I get it. It only takes a minute to keep my house looking this way. And you should see me move when I'm getting in the groove. With a can-do attitude, I fly so high. When I'm swishing and swiping, no, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. That's right. I've made it a habit, there's nothing hard about it. Just 15 minutes a day. I'm cleaning and cleaning, I do my quick routines that assume me able to play. You should see me smile when I'm sprucing up this title. Only takes a little while and I'm done. And it's fun when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. Here we go now. Swish and swipe. Round and round I scroll, just to once around this tub, and things are looking up and I fly so high. When I'm swishing and swiping, no, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. And that's right, I'm blessing my house today.
Hey, here we go. It's time for our weekly show where I answer your questions. And Liz has compiled 3 pages here, and I am ready to go. But I got some announcements first. Those of you who pre-ordered, let me get it here, our hot pink, it's heavy, it's not that heavy, but our hot pink mop bucket and our flat detailed mop that squeegees out, they start shipping out Monday. They're coming in today or tomorrow, and we are ready to ship them out. So those of you who pre-ordered, we really do appreciate it. And we're turning off the pre-orders because the truck is on its way. And it is Thursday. Today is Thursday because Robert's going to chest. That's how I know it's Thursday. So thank you so much for all that. Carpet sweepers are in. Purple rags are in. So those of you who've been holding off ordering things because we didn't have everything you wanted, now's your chance. Really is. Now's your chance to get it. And get it coming your way. We have a big sale that has been on our mop, our regular mop, and 2 chenille mop cloths, and the head and the handle has been half price as of Friday, June 21st. It will go back to regular price. So get that now too. And let's see what else we got. Calendars. Oh my goodness. I forgot about the calendars. We had the cutest little calendar. This little calendar. And you got the main calendar. And so what people have been sending me testimonials about is that this calendar fits in their office in a bag. It also fits in their pocketbook. They can use it. A lot of you are taking care of elderly parents. They use it for your mama's doctor's appointments and things. So It's great to have in your purse so that when you get that little card from the doctor, you say, I don't need that card. I'm going directly to my calendar from my mama, and I am going to be able to get it on the calendar right now. We have a hawk outside squawking. I hear it. I don't know if y'all could hear it, but anyway, we got 2 sizes. This is your main calendar that you put on your refrigerator or in your kitchen somewhere. Some people like to make a big picture frame and put some cork backing on it. And this is your mini calendar for your pocketbook. It's an exact replica of the big one. They're just alike, just one is smaller than the other. So get that order today. We appreciate all that y'all do to keep Flylady going. You know, it's been tough the last few years. It's really been tough, but it's getting better. It's getting better, and y'all have supported us in tough times. So please, please, please keep supporting us. Keep sharing our message with others, because you sharing the message with other people gets other people getting rid of their chaos, just like we are. We're getting rid of the chaos. And chaos is a tool of the devil to keep us separated from our families. So when you're living in chaos, it's hard. And my dog, it's not a hawk, it's my dog crying. Because Robert went out into the woods without her. He's locked her up in the house. So it means he's going down to the big rock. So folks, she wants in here now. She's upset. No, you can't come in here, Tulip. Anyway, we got questions and I got answers. Tulip. She is not happy. Oh my. Should I let her in? Yeah. No, she's going to be fine. Okay. Here we go. I have a hoarder's house. How can I make this accessible for her wheelchair? Okay, folks. If you're living in a hoarder's house, you got to get a dumpster and start putting stuff you got to start throwing stuff away. You got to put stuff by the curb. You got to fill up your car and take it out. I'm assuming that you're not in the wheelchair, that somebody else is in the wheelchair. So if you're in the wheelchair, you need help. You need to ask for help, because you are in a house that is a death trap. Do you hear me? You're in a house that is a death trap, and you have got to get rid of the clutter. You've got to get rid of that clutter, or it's going to imprison you, and you won't be able to get out of the house. It's a fire hazard, and then you not be able, if you're in a wheelchair and you can't get through your house, you have got to get people in there to help you. You've got to ask for help. Thank you for liking my lipstick. I've been wearing the same lipstick for 20 years. Do you have a goal weight to lose? No. Goals don't work. Goals don't work. I have a system in place. It's called routines. Like last night, Robert wanted to go eat barbecue. Well, I wasn't in the mood for barbecue, but we play a game. We play a game with ourselves. If I agree, he said, I've had it all planned out last night. He said, I agreed with him on Wednesday that we would go eat barbecue, which is not one of my favorite places to go eat. But I figured out what I could eat, and I could eat smoked chicken. And so I ordered some white meat chicken, a little serving of slaw, like 3 ounces of slaw, and a house salad with blue cheese dressing. And it came with hush puppies, which I call gut bombs, because they're just a bomb. And I handed him my hush puppies. He handed me his cucumbers and tomatoes, and I gave him my croutons. And it was all good, all good. And I lost 1/3 of a pound yesterday. And I had some eggs for lunch. So I had some over easy eggs for lunch, and it was all good. And I lost 1/3 of a pound. If you can lose 1/3 of a pound every day, yum, yum, yum. It's good for you. So I don't have a goal weight. I know that I am probably 100 pounds overweight, but I'm not looking at the big picture. I'm just focusing on one day at a time. And that's all any of us can do, is get our eating habits in line with our plan. And our plan is to slow down eating, to fuel our body with good stuff, and drink our water and get a little movement in. So slowing down was good. I took my time and I ate my chicken with a knife and fork. I didn't pick it up and eat it with my hands. So that slows you down. And it really worked yesterday. I don't know where we'll eat today, but we always have, it's my turn to pick. So when it's my turn to pick, he says that's because I was going to leave him for Friday's search for food. That's always a big thing for us. I'm a new flybaby. Where do you recommend to start? Baby steps and the zone work. Go shine your sink. That's the first place you start. You got to feel the hope that comes from getting up in the morning and being greeted with a shiny sink. There's nothing better in this whole world than for that to happen. And then you can start with the baby steps. We went through the baby steps last month. Where's my baby step book? This is a great book to start with. It's got 31 baby steps in it. It just eases you through the whole system and how it works and gives you an essay and a testimonial to help jumpstart you. But it's also good for rebooting yourself when you want to change some habits. It makes it easy. And that's all we really want to do, is make it easy on ourselves. So go shine your sink. If you have not shined your sink and you are rebelling against that one action to go shine your sink, then you got to try it. You got to get in there and do it. Not think I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow might not ever come. Go do it now. Yes, Robert and I eat out most of the time. Occasionally I cook, and in November I try to cook every day because I'm setting the example for you. But Robert says it's better to be married to a wife who can cook and does not cook often than one that can't cook and cooks every day. So getting me out of the house, away from the computer, is one of the things that I do at dinner. It pulls me away, and it lets me be totally focused on Robert and dinner. So it helps me to get out of the house every day, or I would stay here 24/7, and Robert would too. And he likes it when I cook, but I don't do it every day. So I like to do holidays, and we got a holiday coming up in 2-3 weeks. It's the 4th of July, and y'all start planning for it now, so it won't slip up on you. It comes around every year. You know what you like to cook. I looked at a sale paper yesterday, and they're starting to put Boston butts and ribs and all kinds of things on sale. So now's your time to purchase the food you're going to have for the 4th of July. A lot of people like to do brats and burgers, and that's great too. So here we go. Next question. So, let's go back to where we start. Shine your sink, then practice getting dressed to lace up shoes every day. Yes, lace up shoes. And then zone work comes in when we give you a mission. It's one little 5-minute mission. That's all it is. This week we are in our main bathroom of our home and our extra bedroom where our company would stay. So you might have guests coming, our family coming this summer. Let's get those rooms ready for your family to get here. Now, you can't do everything at one time. If you tried to, one time I totally redid this room. It was 2 summers ago I redid it. I got rid of the bed in here. I wanted to turn it into a studio that I felt good in. And I have my wall of memories and favorite things right across from me. And it's important to surround yourself with things that you love. Your whole home needs to be that way. And I want your home to hug you when you walk in the door. And when you have clutter everywhere, when you're living in a hoarder's house and in a wheelchair, and you can't get easy in a place. Now I have little systems set up for when I'm writing, and Leann and I are starting on a new book. We've practically got it outlined. We're ready to go. She's packing up and moving to just up the mountain from me. You can't get there from here, but she's up the mountain from me. And we're going to collaborate on this new book, and we're excited about the consistency of our plan of doing something every day that's going to enable you to be healthy. And Leann and I and Patty are always studying things. Patty has a new husband. He has type 2 diabetes. And we are all learning how to embark on this journey that we're on. So let's take care of ourselves. I'm doing intermittent fasting. Yesterday I ate at noon, which means I had 18-hour fast. Sometimes I don't get hungry till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So eating at noon sort of primed my pump to start my metabolism going. But I only ate eggs. Only ate eggs in butter. And if you're not getting our messages, if you're not getting our emails, and the email is the key. Facebook doesn't do it because you don't get all our posts on Facebook. Our videos don't do it all by themselves. We do behavior modification with email. Twitter, and now we have an app. We have the Flylady Messenger app, which gets all our messages into your phone. I started to pick up my phone, and it's right there. It gets all our messages in your phone. It gets our reminders that come to your phone, so you need to turn on the notifications. Michael spent about a year building this app, and it's for iPhones. We haven't built it for Androids yet because it's just too expensive. We would have to hire somebody. And things have been tough. So we haven't had any extra money to do anything. So folks, get our messages. They're free. They're free for anybody who wants to make a change. I send out an Ask Flylady question. I send out a morning musing. Rebecca sends out a Habit of the Month email at noon that talks about drinking your water. That's our habit this month. Sometime in the afternoon, I'll send out this live video. We'll put it up on YouTube. It takes me a couple of hours to get it uploaded. And we send that out so that people who didn't get a chance to see the video can see it on YouTube. Or people who aren't on Facebook can see it on YouTube. And we send out a flight plan at 5:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And then at 8:30, for those who get Flylady Express, it's 1 email a day. That goes out at 8:30. And then I'll send out some occasional testimonials, tell you what specials we've got and what the The coupon code to save 20% is, and we have coupon code doesn't work on stuff that's already deeply discounted, but it's for everything else in the Fly Shop. So you can get our mini calendar and our big calendar with a 20% discount, and it's going to save you. It really is. Okay. Next question. How often should I dust things in a china cabinet? Well, if your cabinet has doors, you only need to get in there and deal with dust in there when you're getting ready to have a big family. I would say once a year, because if it's got doors. If it doesn't have doors, dust is going to be all in there. And if you use a feather duster on plates and things, you're going to have to wash the plates before you put them on the table. So I get my plates and things out once a year, and I get them ready 3 weeks before Thanksgiving, because that's my big family dinner. And I put things in the dishwasher. Yes, I put my good china in the dishwasher. I don't put any soap with it, and I don't put my silver knives in the dishwasher. I put I wash them by hand. So, folks, I'd say do it once a year, but you don't have to do it all at one time. For the whole year, you got 12 months in the kitchen, and you could just take one shelf at a time and pull everything out of that one little section and dust things in there. Where is the fine line with doing things? Where is the fine line with doing things? Will perfectionism and doing things with excellence? It's when you go overboard. It's when you can't stop yourself. It's when you get into perfectionism, or when you fuss at somebody for not doing it your way. Guess what? There's a million ways to do things. And your way is not, or my way may not be the perfect way. Every way can be good. Every way can be good. But you got to learn to nip it in the bud with that mouth of yours. Because we can hurt people's feelings. We really can. It's hard. It's really hard to keep your mouth shut. I have a friend who's had to move in with her mom. They're having their house redone because of some water leakage issues, and they've had to move out. And she sent me a text the other day. She said, I had rather cook dinner in your kitchen than in my mother's, because she's not able to cook today. She's not feeling well, and I got to get in there and cook dinner for the family. And it's just really hard because her mother's a perfectionist. And I mean, she couldn't even, Easter Sunday, she couldn't even take out the garbage to suit her mom. And it's taking out the trash. So there's only one wrong thing you can do taking out the trash. It's not put a bag in the trash can when you get finished. So please, watch your words. Let go of your perfectionism, because there's lots of ways to do things. I mean, mop a floor, you could spray a little Windex and scoot around on your feet with a rag. You can get a mop bucket. You can have a mop like the sale we got going on with this mop. We give you some great tools, but who's to say that putting your children in their bathing suits and putting some shaving cream down on the floor and letting them slip and slide on some old dish rags or old hand towels, that's a fun way too. We've had 4 days of rain, and all I needed to do was grab a damp towel and go through the high traffic areas where the dogs came in and out and in and out and in and out. So there's no right way to mop. There's no wrong way to mop unless you don't do it at all. And we need to mop. Okay, next question. I've been sick. The dishes are piled up. I feel so overwhelmed. Any tips or words of encouragement are appreciated. Here's the deal. We let things pile up, and then we forget that we have the most wonderful tool in the whole wide world. Where is it? I know I have it here somewhere. I have a timer here someplace. Oh, here it is. Set your timer. That's the key to not being overwhelmed. Set it for 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I don't care. Take everything out of your sink that's piled up. Just start rinsing things off and stacking them. Empty your dishwasher so that you have a place to put the dirty dishes. A lot of times when dishes pile up, it's because the dishwasher is full of clean dishes. So empty your dishwasher. As soon as it runs, empty it. Now, if you've been sick, I understand, but ask somebody to empty the dishwasher. If you can get out of bed, you need to be dressed to lace up shoes. That's just how it is. Now, if you want to hunker in on the couch after you've been up and dressed, that's fine. But you got to take care of yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. If your dishwasher is full of dirty dishes, run it. Even if you don't have soap to put in it, run it. Because the hot water will clean the dishes. Just run it. Don't put regular soap in there. That would not be good. Any tips? Okay, we did that one. Set your timer and do 3 minutes worth and then rest. And set your timer and do 3 minutes worth. Just rest for 3 minutes and get up and do for 3 minutes. And you'll be surprised how fast you'll get it all done. If you're able to stand for 15 minutes, if you're just getting over being sick, you got to listen to your body and pace yourself. So 3 minutes is good. 3 minutes is good. When will the mop and bucket system be shipped? We'll probably start tomorrow or first thing Monday morning. Because they're coming in today or tomorrow, one of the others. Justin called and told me, but most everything's coming in today we've been out of, and then we'll start shipping on Monday. It's summer break for my children. What task should I give them for housework? Well, first off, you don't want to call it housework. You call it housework, you've lost them. You're going to have to play a game. They're 10 and 13. This is a game. Kids, we're seeing more evidence that kids need to be outside and playing at least 4 hours a day. And I know some of you don't believe that it's good for them to be outside, but being outside around nature is a good thing. So on summer break, you got to set up a system that if we get all of our home blessings done and all our routines done in the morning, we'll go for picnic lunch. We can pack a picnic lunch. We can do lots of things. We got to give the kids incentive to get some things done. Children can make their beds. They can clean their rooms. Even if they're little kids, they can do it. They need a toy box. They need a trash can. They need a hamper. And so with Camp Gonna Wanna Fly, that control journal is free on our website. It's in the control journal section of our website. You download it and print it out, and let's have summer camp, because that's the first thing campers do is they get their cabins clean and they have inspection. And if they get rewards for having wonderful clean cabins. Let the kids name their cabins. Put a name over the door. You can have some fun with Camp Gonna Wanna Fly and get them involved with keeping their rooms clean. That's half the battle. You don't have to fuss at them. And then you can give camp chores like dinner chores or helping put together a picnic lunch so y'all can go outside. Let's have some fun, but don't call it chores. I just called it chores by accident. They're home blessings. They're camp responsibilities. And keeping things put away, picked up and put away every hour. Do a reverse scavenger hunt and start putting things away and have fun with it. My son is going to college in the fall. Any recommendations for keeping a clean dorm room? Honey, it's not your room. It is not your room. That's why they have an RA in dorms, a residential assistant. They sort of look at rooms and say, this is going to have rats in here if you don't get rid of this food. They know how to take care of things. So please, whatever you do, it's not your room. This summer, my grandson is working at a camp, and they do cabin inspections. The beds have to be made, all this stuff. It's teaching them some responsibilities. Now, we do have a college student control journal, and you might show this to them, but college students need big calendars to put their projects on, so it's in front of their face. They need office in a bags because it makes it easy. They don't have to carry all those books at one time. But it's not your room. And sometimes when a kid goes off to college, it's their first chance to see what their personality is. Because when they're at home, sometimes they're rebelling against parents. Plain and simple. They don't want to clean the room because you want them to clean the room. They get off to college. Now, this happened to my nephew. He had a messy room at home. My sister just had to shut the door. But guess what? He went off to college, and his roommate was messier than he was. And so he became a clean freak. Imagine that. Somebody's asking about my niece in LA. She's homesick. Last week was her birthday, and she had a friend come and visit her. And she's going, in a month, she's going to go back home to West Tennessee. Not forever, I don't think, but she's going to go visit. And she misses West Tennessee. But kids have their own way of doing things. And if you've trained them up right and they've seen what you do in your home, then they're going to have the skills they need. They're going to have the skills they need to keep their rooms clean, their dorms clean, and to stay on top of the responsibilities they have as a college student without a mama nagging them. So you got to let go of the naggy voice. You got to let them do their own thing. Now, you can tell them that we have this tool. It's called College Student Control Journal, and it helps them set up routines for themselves. They may want to sleep till noon unless they have an 8 o'clock class, and that's the most missed class of the whole day. So let your kids be kids. You can't go off to college with them. You can't do it. And you can't control them from college. You just have to give them the tools they need to keep their, you may want to give them some purple rags, but make sure they're old purple rags, that they don't have any purple left in them. Or silver rags. Give them a multi-wand that's a great tool for dusting. And maybe give them the broom and a mop so that they can clean up after themselves. It's just, they need a way to sweep the floor. And they don't have a whole lot of space. Now, you can give them some tools to be organized in their room. A clothes organizer. Sometimes the dorm beds are up high and they can put things underneath them. Some little drawers. They don't have a lot of space there. So you can get some good stuff on, because Amazon will have the college student packages with bedspreads and sheets and all kinds of things for extra long twin beds. That's what's in a college dorm. And some organizers. You'll have some fun, but they're going to have some money to do all this. Now, some of the comforters and they like to string lights and do all kinds of stuff. So let them have fun planning their dorm room, and then stay out of their way. Stay out of their way. I have a family of 8. I feel like I'm never caught up with laundry. Any tips? Okay, here's the thing about laundry. And if you have a large family, Tammy has a large family. When you have a large family, you got to do 2 or 3 loads a day. Now, if you didn't do laundry for a week, just sit and think about this. If you didn't do laundry for a week, how many loads of laundry would you have to do at the laundromat? Now think about it. And if you don't want to do laundry on Sunday, then you take that number. Is it 20 loads? Is it 20 loads? Then if you take that number, then divide it by 6, and that tells you how many loads of laundry you need to do a day. Now, make it easy on yourself. Get some command hooks and hang them in your bathroom, and everybody have their own hook to put their towel on. Everybody's got their own towel to dry off with. And hang the towel back up. Don't drop it in the floor. It needs to be dry. Now, in college, they go take a shower and they probably only have 2 towels. So they're going to have to hang it up somewhere in there. At camps, the same way. You go to the shower and you're going to have to hang your towel so it'll dry. So folks, please hang your towels and let them dry. In the summertime, we haven't even turned on our air conditioner yet. Last night, it's June the 12th, y'all, and we built a fire in the fireplace because it was 59 degrees outside and I was cold. So Robert built me a fire. The moisture in the air gets to be a bit much, and so Robert will take his towel and hang it outside to let it dry during the day. So getting in the habit of not dirtying up towels and throwing them in the laundry to have to be done every day for 8 people, that's huge. That's 1 load right there, doing laundry for towels. If you can cut some of that out, then that saved you a load every day. You only have to do it once a week to clean the towels. And you put out new ones and then you wash them. So it's probably a load of lights, a load of darks, and a load of colors. 3 loads a day for a family of 8. And sometimes you just need to tell people they got to do their own laundry and give them a day to do it on. But you got to have clothes for the whole week if you do that. How often should I detail clean? Y'all are not going to like this answer. I know you're not. But I need a drink of water, so everybody drink up. You detail clean every day. Every night at 5:30, we send out a flight plan for tomorrow. A flight plan for tomorrow. And in that flight plan is a mission. Monday through Friday is a mission. And that is your detailed cleaning assignment for the next day. This week, our zone we've been in is our bathroom. Now, if you're having a hard time getting ready in the morning, I want you to look at the shape of your bathroom. If your bathroom is filled with old makeup and old shampoos, just so much stuff in there that you can't even get dressed in the morning, then I need for you to do this one thing. I want you to grab up all your makeup and I want you to pull out exactly what you use. I use a powdered makeup. I don't use a liquid makeup unless I'm going on stage. I like a dry feel to my face. So I use a powdered makeup. Bare Minerals works really well for me. Then I have a blush. But if the truth be told, sometimes I use my lipstick for blush Just I have a little round face, and I do a little L shape right here. So I have my Bare Minerals. I have my concealer from Bare Minerals. So I have 1, 2, and blush. So I have 3 things of Bare Minerals stuff that I use. Then I have my brushes. I have my blush brush, my concealer brush, and my big brush that I do my face with. And spend good money on these brushes. The better the brush, the less it's going to poke in your face and make your face red. So be kind to yourself with a good brush. Those of you who are artists understand the importance of a good brush. And then I have lipstick. I don't wear eye makeup, but I have a little thing of eye makeup if I have to go on stage, but I don't wear it every day. And I don't wear mascara. So it's probably 10 things you need, but you got a basket or you got a counter full of 100 things, and it's taking over. It's just like the song that Room Patrol. It's taking over. It's taking over. So we've got to pare it down to just what we need. Today, I have this little glass jar that I got at a speaking engagement at Fort Campbell. And it's just it's about an 8 ounce glass jar. It's a little canister, and it's got a symbol on it that an arrow, which is a symbol for one of the military organizations, the Army, Special Forces or somebody. And then I put a sponge down in there, just one of those little triangular sponges, and I put my Bare Minerals, a little bit of Bare Minerals down in there. And then I use my brush to dab it. And since it's a taller thing like this, the brush, I can click it around and it doesn't go everywhere. I don't make a big mess with it. So I've just ordered me a second one of those for my vanity, which is right there, which has my makeup on. And I have makeup in the bathroom too, in case I want to get ready quick put on some makeup before we go out. Having the Bare Essentials, it fits in a little box in the drawer. A little box in the drawer. I just took a little ring box and I laid the round things that the Bare Mineral stuff comes in, just filed them in there. I have 3 of them right there. And it doesn't take up a lot of room. My brushes are in another little box, and they're all right there handy. And it doesn't take me but a split second to get ready in the morning. But when you've got so much stuff you have to look through, you get it down to the basics. You got to get rid of the clutter. The clutter is making you crazy. It's keeping you in chaos. If it takes you more than 5 minutes to put on your makeup, you're doing something wrong, or you got too much clutter. So get rid of the clutter and make it easy on yourself. Because having too much stuff, and I have exactly what I need in my purse too. I have a compact that I can do the powder on. It's not a Bare Minerals compact, but it's a good compact. And once a year, I break the compact and get me a new compact, because those things can get bacteria in them. And I put it in that little jar in my bathroom. And I take the end of the brush and break it all up. And then I have the powder, loose powder in there. So you can, with a compact and some lipstick, I can look made up in 30 seconds. Okay. I am new with Flylady. Which book do you recommend I start first? I recommend you don't even need a book. It's nice to have a book. The 31 Baby Steps is a great book, but my first book, Sync Reflections, it tells you all about the whole system. It's the primer for this system. That's why it was written, because it is the first book I wrote. I wrote it in 2 weeks. It's a powerful book. I had a system for writing the book. I got up, got dressed to lace up shoes. I did my morning routine. I got some breakfast, and I sat down and I wrote for 3 hours or 10 pages, whichever came first. And then by 11 o'clock, I started my day writing at 8 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock. And then 11 o'clock, I did the rest of taking care of the things I was doing. But you cannot just stay hyper-focused on something all day. You've got to baby step your way into things and stay focused. Scott Adams, my mentor, I love listening to him every day. In order for him to get work done on his book, and he's got a new book coming out in November, he has had to get away from the house. Bill O'Reilly is working on a book that's coming out in October. He has to get away too. He has systems in place for writing book. He stays focused on these systems. So stick with one thing. The baby step book, that's a great place to start. Reading Sync Reflections or listening to Sync Reflections while you go about your routines. I like to listen to about an hour in a book every day. Every day I listen to some book. I have lots of audio books. Sometimes I listen to books 2 or 3 times and absorb them. Any tips with meal planning? I'm struggling with this. We always end up ordering out. I understand that. But if you have a plan, utilize your calendar. If you just buy one for menu planning, that's half the battle. And start keeping up with what you're eating every day. I'm doing this on my calendar in the bathroom. I write down exactly what I had to eat yesterday on my calendar. You got to get me in your head. I know that sounds weird, but you got to get rid of the negative things in your head and start looking at different ways of doing things, because what we've been doing hadn't been working. We have to try something new. So why not listen to me for a little while? And then, plan your menu for next week. I like to do, if I'm cooking, I want to cook a meal and I want to plan for leftovers. So let's say you do roast chicken. No, let's do this. Leann cooked a turkey this week. She cooked a turkey breast this week. So she would have leftovers. And last night we started coming up with ways. She was getting tired. She said she was going to start growing wings if she ate any more turkey. And I said, turn it into turkey salad. And she was going to chop up some celery, put some fresh dill in it, maybe some dill relish. And she was going to come up with this chicken salad. And then we started coming up with ways to make a wrap out of it with lettuce leaves or cabbage leaves or oriental cabbage, that roughly looking cabbage. We started coming up with ways to wrap it like a burrito to eat. How cool was that? We had so much fun with that. So this book is going to have recipes in it. It's going to have techniques for changing things. But plan a big meal around a roast or cooking a hunk of beef or a pork roast in the crock pot, and then have potatoes and carrots with it, which I can't eat either one of those right now, at first, and then you can turn it into barbecue later. Or if it's a roast beef, you can slice up the roast beef and have roast beef sandwiches, or an open-faced roast beef sandwich. Chop it up and turn it into a stew. Plan for leftovers and makes your lunches much better for you than fast food. So start keeping a menu, or start keeping a diary of what you eat every day, and that kind of plans for next week. And who is Leann? Leann and I wrote Body Clutter together. She is a nutritionist. And Post-it note people have come up with Post-it note tape. Look at this. Post-it note tape. this is just too cool. It's for labels and stuff, but guess what? It'll go on your calendar. And you can peel it off and take it to the next week. So sit down with your family and come up with your favorite meals. Favorite meals that your family likes to eat. Is it pasta? Get a basic weekly plan to your menu planning. Basic weekly plan. Is it pasta, which I'm not eating pasta, but there's spaghetti, squash, and different things where you can have an alternative instead of eating pasta. Pasta one night, sandwiches another night, pizza another night, and making homemade pizzas is not hard. I've even made homemade pizza sauce in the crock pot. And then I bag it up into individual sizes for our pizzas. It's simple, but you got to think about it. Taco Tuesday, Meatless Monday, there's just lots of fun things you can do that will have a great impact on how you're feeding your family and how you feel. Let me tell you, going low carb the last 12 days has been phenomenal. My rings wiggle now. The inflammation, I can even see it in my face. The inflammation is gone. I've had a shoulder that's kind of been giving me some tenderness. It's gone. The inflammation is gone. The crud in the morning, I hawk up a lung every morning, practically, from the phlegm from eating too much cheese and eating gluten. So all of this has helped me. Now, Wednesday is always our day to clean out a refrigerator. But if you didn't get it done yesterday, do it today, because if you plan your menus and make your grocery list, and if you need help with that, go to Leann's website, savingdinner.com. They have something called Menu Answers, and it will give you the menus, the recipes, and the grocery list. It's a powerful tool. Or order her books on low carb and her Saving Dinner books. There's seasonal recipes in there and grocery lists. So please check her out. If you can't do it on your own and you need somebody to hold your hand with it, she can help you. But we have in our control journal, we have a place for you to list 5 weeks of menus. And you can put together your grocery list for those things. It's just a matter of sitting down and doing it and taking the time. I know if you set your timer for 3 minutes, you can, and have like some note cards in front of you, you can come up with 10, 15 ways just to use hamburger meat. Think about it. Let's do it right here now. Hamburgers, meatloaf, spaghetti, sloppy joes, tacos, burritos, a hamburger stroganoff, a Mexican casserole. You see, I got 8 right there. And I know there's a bunch more. Shepherd's pie. And what's one more thing we could do with hamburger meat? One more thing we can do with hamburger meat. It's easy. Chicken. What can you do with chicken? You can have chicken marsala. Pizza. Yeah, hamburger pizza. You can have chicken, barbecue chicken. I had barbecue chicken last night. Tonight, I'm probably going to have wings. So having wings and thighs in your freezer, ready to cook and make something. Surprise chicken on Wednesday when you clean out your refrigerator. Take all those little condiment packages and little bits of stuff in a bottle, put it in the crock pot, throw some chicken thighs in there. Robert calls them chicken thighs. Chicken thighs in there, and you're good to go. Or chicken legs. And you see, sitting down and coming up with some different ideas is fun. It's fun. do the same thing with pork. What can you do with a pork roast or a beef roast? Veggies out of the garden and going to the farmer's market. It's powerful. Chicken and dumplings is a wintertime thing for us. I don't usually do that in the summertime. But look at how many ideas you can come up with just by sitting down and doing it. And then you could play roulette with the cards. You have a stack of pork cards and chicken cards and hamburger cards and beef cards, and you pull one of each and then add in pizza and Taco Tuesday and a pasta day, and there, look at what you've done. You've built a menu plan. And just look in your pantry and refrigerator and see what you need to buy with those different recipes. And you're cooking on the fly pretty much. You're making the things you know how to make. You can do this. You really can do this. And it's going to save your family money. And you're not going to believe how much you can save. Because I know we go out to eat and it's probably $27 to $40 every time we go out to eat. The cheapest place we go is like $20, but then we have to give a tip. So it's $25. So you see, planning your meals is going to be great. Low carb will do this for us. 30 grams or less. So folks, I pretty much answered all your questions. All the pages are done. Let me make sure I got them all. Yep. We're good. You can do this. I will see y'all tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you so much for ordering things from us. We try to give you tools that keep you motivated, get the kids motivated. Children love the carpet sweeper. They had rather use the carpet sweeper than anything. So getting things that the kids like to use, it's great. Please share our videos because you help other people learn perfectionism is not the way to go. Let go of your perfectionism, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.